Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your mobile devices. This is the AFC East Showdown, and we are the Sports
You got
Dynasty
a great
podcast.
thing, right? You're messing up the damn name. The AFC Shakedown.
Shakedown.
Yes,
Oh my
I'm
God.
back. Look.
Yes, we are definitely on.
Hey.
We are trying to be very precautious right now. We are in two separate locations. Normally, we would be in one location, but we're two separate places right now. But yes, this is the Sports Dynasty podcast version of the AFC East Shakedown.
Yeah, we don't got the cool Ric Flair stuff because Tommy.
Yeah,
didn't
we don't
give
have
to
it.
me,
You don't have it though. We'll probably work on that too though. But yeah, anyway, welcome back, guys.
Yeah,
so
let's
before
start
we just-
showing off our guys, man. You don't gotta do all that
Yes.
stuff. You don't gotta do all that stuff. Let's get Tommy in here right now. Hey,
I'm
it's
staying
Tommy,
away from
thinking
you,
he's slick.
Juan. I'm
Thinking he's
staying
slick.
away from you. You are sick. I don't know what's going on in that New York City that you're from. But
Oh, you don't want to be here.
can I get it through the screen? Can I?
You don't want to be
Am
here.
I all right? Am I all right, guys? All right. I'm gonna take the chance. Juan, you get me sick. We're gonna
call
talk
straight at you, man. You messed up. All right, this is Tommy here of Mafia Sports Report. This is his freaking show to begin with. I don't gotta tell y'all.
This is our show. Know. Hey, whoa. Hold on.
See how modest he is? I like that.
I like that. This is our show. This is Captain D's show. This is Trevor and Juan's Sports Dynasty. This is everyone's show. And it will be a Jets maybe show if we ever get a no good dirty dog Jets fan on here. But right now, this is our show. I appreciate you guys coming on the AFC East Shakedown on the Sports Dynasty podcast. Let's start the thing.
Yes,
let's get Captain D in right now.
What's going on?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me on Sports Dynasty Football, Mafia Sports Report. Thank you for having me on. It's a blessing, and I appreciate it so much. And let's do this. Let's do it.
Yeah, man.
Yes, but we got one more, right? Right?
Special
guest.
Ooh, one more guest.
What's going on? How you guys doing?
How's it going, Mike? How's the guy, Mike?
I'm doing wonderful. Merry Christmas to everybody out there. You know, it's been a good day. Well, you know, I get to see Captain D again. It's been a few weeks since we got a chance to catch up. You know, I mean, when we last talked, I think his team was 1-7, and now they're 7-7. So,
yeah,
you know,
crazy.
Hey, you know, Miami's doing big things, but yeah, thanks for inviting me. This is gonna be a fun time.
All right, Jose. Yes, I am doing better. 80%. I'll take 80% over 0.
Right.
I'm surprised I ain't start coughing yet. All right, let's get the show on the road, shall we? So, Trevor, you're taking over. I gotta do this.
We gotta talk about the Week 15 matchups. Just to recap them really fast. Our game, the Patriot game against the Colts, was the score didn't tell the whole story. It was pretty much we got whooped in the trenches. The Indianapolis Colts and Jonathan Taylor has made us yet another victim of the world, unfortunately. So it's what it is at that point.
Yeah, we were missing for a while, so we didn't have a show about it. That wasn't fun to watch, even in the bar that I was in while I was having a mini high school reunion during this game. So the fact that they got me out there to begin with, I actually thanked them, because those espresso martinis and those rum and cokes and those beers really helped to ease the anger that I would have had if I was watching that sober.
Yeah.
So that was all good. But I will say this about it. I expected it to be a very close game anyway, and I was expecting a loss, to be 100% honest, in the back of my mind. The way we lost, I didn't like, but I'm like, you know what? That's a damn good team. The only slip up they had was against Tampa when they decided to choke that game away with those beautiful Wentz turnovers, which we almost had a few of those ourselves.
Yeah,
but they've been beautiful, and they play tonight in about an hour actually, and they might rack up another one against a really vulnerable Cardinals team. So that's a good damn team. So let's go around the room. Let's start with Captain D. What you think about that game? If you saw it last Saturday,
I did watch a little bit of it, and I was surprised. And the Pats' run defense struggled a lot, but of course, right now,
we're on. You can see Captain D's name now.
We're on the verge of a young superstar emerging in Jonathan Taylor, and right now he's looking like a stud. So when players have that certain season and they're flowing that much, it's tough on any team that they face. But the Pats are going to be fine. We'll see you in Miami.
Those are fucking words.
We'll see you in Miami.
It. All right, Mike, what you got for us, man?
All I can say is welcome to the club. The Jonathan Taylor runs all over your ass club. That's all I can say. I mean, I have Jonathan Taylor in my fantasy league, and it's my big money fantasy league. So not only did they help us out by, running all over the Patriots' ass, which was awesome. I'll be perfectly honest. As a Bills fan, I loved every second of it. But I also felt bad for you guys because I was thinking about you two as that was happening. I'm like, I know the feeling. I just watched it a few weeks ago as Jonathan Taylor did the same thing to us. What you need to do against the Colts is find a way to slow down Taylor and get a lead and make Wentz try to beat you, because he can't. Wentz is definitely their weak link. If you leave him, if it's close, and you let Taylor then feed Taylor, he gets stronger and stronger as the game goes. Much like Derrick Henry, because that's the same thing the Titans do. They just run Henry. If you get a big lead, Tannehill struggles. But if you keep it close, they can just keep feeding Henry, and he gets stronger as the game goes, and then you see what happens at the end. I mean, hey, look! You guys almost came back and won that game by making Wentz throw the ball. He just throws it right to your guys.
Yep.
Tommy.
Well, like Mikey said, welcome to the Jonathan Taylor experience. He ran for 29 times against you guys. He ran for 32 against us. Almost identical. Carson Wentz threw for 12 times. I mean, this game was a mirror of what they did against us. It's the same thing. It was like watching our game. The only difference is you guys creeped up on them, and they had a little scare there. We never had that scare versus them.
No, we had Isaiah McKenzie fumble the kickoff and just give him a touchdown.
It was a snowball effect that game for us. That was the one game we got our ass kicked. But I will say, like I said, Friday show, man, it was the one time where I was like, well, you guys were down so much, I didn't see Mac Jones giving you an opportunity. Like, let Mac Jones beat you. And man, Mac Jones, he surprised me that game. He showed a lot of like heart and a lot of like not being a rookie. Like, he was very mature, considering a bad first half. So, but either way, an L is an L, and it helped us out. And but yeah, listen, Indy, like Mike said, Indy can be beat. Okay, this was the same team. Matter of fact, they had a better offensive line last season, which is even scarier if you really think about it. And I don't know, I still trust Phillip Rivers over Wentz, to be honest with you. So they can be beat. You just got to, like Mike said, you got to jump on them like we did. We were kind of like back and forth. We weren't slow on offense that game. We weren't the best on offense, but we were scoring. It wasn't like the last game. So you got to get on them. You got to let the quarterbacks beat you. Our problem in the playoffs was Rivers was effective. Wentz, I don't think is effective. He won't be. All right. If they get down, I don't trust Wentz at all. So that's my take on it. But hey, you guys hung in there, but you guys took the L, man. And that run at the end, that long was it 70 yards.
I'm about to mention that now.
That was
Jose just asked the question.
That was the nail on the coffin. But that's what they do, and that's what a workhorse does. Like Mike said, man, like a Derrick Henry, who you would think would be tired by the fourth quarter, and they're just getting going. And that's the scary part about that team.
Mm-hmm. Jose, for your question, what did you think about Belichick kicking the field goals that are going for it? I didn't hate it because at the time I thought we were going to get the ball back because they were slowed down almost entirely in that entire second half. Jonathan Taylor was not running crazily anymore at the second half. He was being bottled for the most part. Like, there was a lot of 3-and-outs coming in. We got a lot of nice turnovers. We knew they were going to run the ball only because of what we just said now. Wentz cannot be trusted. So he was not touching that ball on that last drive. So I'm like, we're going to get the ball back. So our worst case scenario, we'll tie the game. We'll see how this goes. and then Dante Hightower takes the wrong angle, and Jonathan Taylor's be biting the dust. It's kind of hard to think that was gonna happen. So in hindsight, I didn't hate the field goal try, and I still don't, and I don't regret it. It's just don't mess up the tackle angle next time, and then we might actually steal the game from a team that should have beat the hell out of us. It is what it is.
I mean, I mean, I'm glad you said that because yesterday I didn't like the call. I thought that you go for it, especially because just to be on the safe side. Because instead of if that happens, we end up taking a lead. When Mac Jones scores, had him through the touchdown pass before, we would have been up right now. Or been in a much better position where that big run wouldn't have hurt us as bad, but that literally decided the game. I would have rather have been down by one possession instead of two.
Logic, most likely they wouldn't have been running anywhere near as much because they'd be down within 2 minutes. So I get it, but you run the risk if you fail. What happens? So that's why I didn't really hate the field goal attempt. Again, I'm gonna trust my defense by kicking the field goal and kicking it off and stopping them. I didn't hate it when they worked out for over 2 quarters. Why not? As was my logic. Now it's Belichick's logic, I'm sure. So why not? It is what it is. But Mac Jones, talking about Mac Jones, yeah, he did show some poise in this game that people were criticizing the ever-loving crap out of him the last few weeks because of the Buffalo game where he only threw 3 times, because of the Tennessee game where he made a couple of interesting mistakes that were hidden, but you had to really watch the game to see. He was getting some criticism from people for the last few weeks. But he showed some poise. Unfortunately, he didn't get the job done, which people are still having those questions. But I mean,
he's a rookie.
You just took the words out of my mouth. Thank you very much. People are forgetting that. I said this months ago on the show. People have been spoiled by the Burrows and the Herberts and the Mahomes and the Lamars and the Josh Allens of the world that just came off running or just started killing early age, and then not letting people grow is a problem that a lot of fans and media have nowadays. Back in the day, people used to sit for 2-3, ask Rodgers, 2, 3, 4 years, and then they came out. That doesn't happen much anymore, and now they're like, oh, and then when we finally have a draft class where that's a necessity for look at Lawrence, look at Zach Wilson, they need time to sit and grow, and no one wants it anymore, and now they're getting chastised very quickly before they have a chance to become something. And that's the type of stuff that people need to slow down. Yeah, Tommy.
Fans are impatient with change, no matter what it is. So just a heads up, right? We all know this,
yeah,
right?
Of course.
Let's say a new head coach comes and he's rebuilding a team, right? And they start off 0-6. Oh, he's the worst. Get him out of here. So like fans are like that, especially hometown fans. That's how it works. It's never going to change, and especially for quarterbacks. You draft a quarterback, fans they're chanting that guy's name. They're booing the veteran who's starting ahead of them, even though it's the right thing to do. That's the fan and a lot of us, right? But it's like to what you said. It's not right in a way, because the smart way is to let these guys learn, right? Like if you have a quality veteran, because not all teams have that, right? I mean, look at Josh Allen, perfect example, right? Yeah. Josh Allen came to a team that our veteran was awful, right? But that's on Brandon Beane, though. I gotta say that's Beane's fault. But most teams aren't they don't have the luxury of having a Alex Smith or whatever, just a Ryan Fitzpatrick, which that's why I was shocked that the Dolphins did that. Just throwing that out there. I don't mean to keep going back on that thing, but it's true. If Ryan Fitzpatrick was in Buffalo and Josh Allen's rookie year, oh my God. I think that's one guy the fans would not have been booing Fitz. In my opinion,
I gotta throw this. I gotta throw this in here. First off, Josh Allen wasn't good his rookie year. No, he was not good his rookie year. Yeah, he was at a bad team. 2019 he was okay. 2020 he was good. 2021 he's been good. But what a lot of people forget is with Mahomes and with Herbert and with Burrow and some of these guys that come out the gates, look at their supporting cast. Mahomes walked into Kelsey and Tyreek Hill,
and running.
and a good coach, and a Hall of Fame coach. And then Herbert walked in, and he had Keenan Allen and Mike Williams and Austin Eckler and Hunter Henry last year. So Burrow
and a good defense.
Burrow walked in with Boyd and Higgins, and they rebuilt the offensive line and spent like 5 first-round picks on the offensive line, and Joe Mixon and a young, smart offensive head coach. So but then you go look at the other ones who have struggled. Go look at Jacksonville. Jacksonville has nothing. No. They don't even have a head coach anymore. He's gone. Go look at Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson walked in with 0, much like Josh Allen did. And Josh Allen wasn't good his rookie year. So it's really all about the situation. Yeah. With Mac Jones, he walked into a elite defense, a Hall of Fame head coach, and a little bit better offense. Great running game. Skill position players were upgraded. They're not elite by any means. They're not Tyreek Hill and or Stephon Diggs or any of those guys. You have Hunter Henry, who's really good, who's a solid tight end, probably top 10 tight end in the league. Jonnu Smith's been a big disappointment for you guys. And then you have Bourne and a couple other guys who were journeymen really until they found here. They're solid NFL receivers. It's not like he's working with the best talent, and he comes from working with all the best talent. So he just has to just people need to pump the brakes on giving him the GOAT status, because they call him Baby Brady. Pump the brakes on the GOAT status. Let the guy, work through his rookie year, see what Belichick and them do future, and then you can grade him coming year 4. That's all I'm saying, man. Year 3, year 4.
100%.
That's it. That's it.
Yep, that's all I'm saying. 100%. Let's move on. Let's go with the Jets and the Dolphins game in Week 15, man.
Captain D
is all you, brother. Let's tell us about that game, man.
Ric Flair is not here today, but we are styling and profiling all day fucking long. For real. I mean, listen, I'm going to be straight with you. I was a little nervous come halftime. I was like, oh shit, we might not pull this. But afterwards, defense came alive a little bit, and things played out like it should be. And now I'll touch on this a little bit more, but I'm looking at I'm trying to look at my crystal ball here, and I'm like, I see a lot of things coming, a lot of the future showing up in the next couple of games here. What's going to happen? I'm excited, but we got to take care of business on Monday.
Okay, Captain D, I got to ask the question. You're styling and profiling on a win over the Jets that you guys struggled to get. You guys were losing at halftime. Losing at halftime.
Mike's bringing
and you're styling and profiling over a win over the Jets?
I don't got to say nothing. All right.
I just got to ask the question.
No, it's a very easy response. When you start 1-7, and then where we're at right now, I already know my expectations as a fan. Whether we make the playoffs or not, listen. When you've won that many games straight, you style and fucking profile all fucking day long.
Okay, so that shit ain't easy in the NFL. Of those wins, you guys beat the Texans, the Ravens, which the Ravens was a good win. Then you guys have the Jets, Panthers, Giants, Jets.
You can't go past the Ravens. As the Ravens was the Ravens at that time.
It was a really good win.
They were at their pinnacle. Everyone was like, "Oh shit!" Some of the Ravens. I'm like, the Ravens are great.
How can you say the Ravens are a pinnacle team when they needed a 66-yard field goal to beat the freaking Detroit Lions? They got lucky.
No, but that's I always talk about that. That's what determines between the bad teams and the good teams. As a Dolphins fan, I've been through that, and shit like that happens all the fucking time. So the fact that they kicked that field goal, I was like,
feisty.
I get it. The Detroit Lions are a bad team. It shouldn't have came down to this. The Baltimore Ravens got Justin Tucker. He's a badass kicker. Of course that happened. I was like, of course. That's what it is. So the Dolphins are where we are. When I say I'm styling and profiling, is that the way how we started and the way how we're finishing the season, I hope it continues. You have to, man. You got to break out. You got to break out the suit and bring out the chain.
Support your team, brother. Support it. You beat the teams in front of you. However, when you said Stalin profile, and I looked at the wins, I'm like, the Jets twice, the Giants, the Panthers. Okay, you got the Ravens and the Texans.
The Bucks. Who would think? So this is the NFL. It's matchups. It's these are professionals. I always say that. I've been saying on the show. So a win. I've seen the Dolphins on a 1-6 or 1-15 season, and I watched every game. It was rough, and I understood then that I'm like, wow, it's not that easy to fucking like these are professionals. Whatever shitty team you want to take it as, a win is a win, hands down.
Hard to do in the NFL. Get a win.
It is.
It is.
A win is a win. Just win, baby, right?
Win, baby, win. That's it.
Right. So, Trevor, you saw what you think about that game? Because I'll tell you right now, I ain't watched nothing. So I don't know nothing to say about this game.
I watched it because that was pretty much the only thing on at the moment, and so yeah, I watched it.
Games, if I'm not mistaken, last week were like almost historically bad. So yeah,
it's like the third week in a row.
As long as you tuned in, that's a good thing. As long as you tune in, you watch the whole thing. Hey, that's a great thing. It
was either that or watch the Giants. So I didn't have much of a choice. But anyway, now back to the game. This 6-game winning streak for the Dolphins. Obviously, again, the winning a game in the NFL is hard enough, but to win 6 in a row is incredible, especially how they are before. And it shows how good that they have with Brian Flores, and which again, the fact that they were even rumbling to him being fired is ridiculous to even say that he should be fired now. Brian Flores is the right man for this team. They play for him, and you can tell right there.
Mikey disagrees. I see a shake of a head. By the way, I hate to cut you off, Trevor, but I see Captain D a little quiet over there in that caddy corner of me because
I'll tell you the way it is.
I remember about 2 or 3 episodes ago, he was saying, "Get rid of him.
Get rid of him. Him and
get
Curtis
him out of here. Turn the fire on and get rid of him."
I stand by that. I stand by it.
Oh, see,
okay.
Wow. Okay,
I stand by
it.
I stand by it.
Listen.
I don't agree. Go ahead, Mikey. Go ahead.
Yeah, I say, listen, and I don't mean to cut you off, Trevor. I would say no, I don't think Flores is the right coach because Flores is the one who chose to bring in a dual offensive coordinator.
That's terrible. Yeah, I agree.
I agree. Yeah. That's ridiculous. That was ridiculous. But you have to admit that they do play for him, and they play. I know saying Tua didn't play terrible in this game. He was pretty decent. I mean, yes, against the Jets. It's against the Jets. The Jets are just trying to find their own right now. Lord knows how they're gonna go through this. But the Dolphins are literally. I think because they don't want to. Yeah, I think because they don't want to flag the thing because apparently YouTube flags things that you put the word in there, so that's why I did that.
Oh damn! I was saying I was saying that word all day Thursday.
No, especially if you have a monetized video and you keep saying that, they definitely ridiculous. But anyway, back to our regular programming. It's just the Jets are just trying to find their way right now, and I know it's a lost season for them, but they fought hard in this game at least. But the Dolphins, you're only 2 games out of the division lead. The division still in reach.
That's wild.
Even though they have two more games, that's very tough game. No, 3 games that's tough. You got the Saints on Monday night, the Titans. You have the Patriots. The end of the season, so they still have the momentum right now. It's very, very reachable. Even though when the division is definitely a wild card spot available as well, especially how the AFC wild card race is so jam packed and chaotic. So yeah, I like the win for them. It was a good showing out. Yes, against the Jets, but hey, it's an NFL team, and it's what you should do. I think great win for them.
All right, can I go here on this one?
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, let's be real here. I don't know the style and profiling thing. I would be too. 6 in a row. Listen, I said earlier in the season, I hate when people come at me and say, "Who have you beaten?" I hate that. I don't like that because especially this year, there's a lot of teams that we've beaten that went ahead and beat a great team like Tampa Bay, right? Washington, for a perfect example. So I'm not really all into that. We lost to the Jaguars. Are you telling me that we can't beat we're worse than the Jaguars? Of course not. So it happens. It's the NFL. Sometimes teams just don't show up that day. Sometimes it just doesn't go right. Even if it's against a bad team, it happens. It happens a lot. I mean, shit. I'm gonna hate to bring this up to you guys, but the Patriots lost the Super Bowl against the Giants, and they were supposed to win. No, I'm not taking a shot at you guys. I'm being for real here. You guys were a better team.
Oh my God!
Just for some reason,
they were by far the better team.
Right, but for some reason that day, that night, whatever, it just wasn't in your favor, and it happens. It's the NFL.
David Tyree's head catch.
Yeah, I mean, stupid shit like that. But But anyways, my point is 6 in a row. But I'll tell you what I didn't kind of like about the game. I will say this: Miami had a lot of missing defenders due to whatever, and so I understand the Jets scoring 24 there because they were. A lot of guys out. But the offense, what I didn't like, it seemed like Tua kind of regressed in this game. He went backwards. He had a bad game, if you're going to be real. 16-27, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. It's not very good. However, Duke Johnson, 22 carries, 107 yards, and it was his first game in Miami this season, if I'm not mistaken. That was a really good game for him. But that was against a bad Jets team. I want to know against New Orleans. It's going to be interesting to see if Duke Johnson can keep it up. I personally don't think so. Not against the Saints team, not against the Tennessee team. But if he can, then yeah, listen, you guys have a hell of an opportunity. If he can continue to run like that, because Tua, he struggled that game, and that's against the Jets. I'm just saying. So, now he's going against the Saints. He's going to have to play a little bit better if you guys want to beat the Saints, beat the Tennessee Titans, and beat the Patriots. He can't play like that. Can't do it. But other than that, though, hey, I give you guys props.
Just to add to that, going against the Saints, I don't see Johnson running for 107 yards. Just remember, Johnson has always been a receiving back. That's kind of how he's made his niche in this league. So I can see a lot more screens and swings to him. Let's be honest. That's Tua's bread and butter because that's what he did a lot in Alabama, where he tossed it out to Najee or through those little bubble screens and let those guys run. Get that game going, and then fake that screen and hit Waddle deep, as they come up. So something along those lines,
Exactly.
Get
him involved.
Get him involved early. Get that quick passing game going early. Supplement the short passing game for the run game. Because you're not going to run against that Saints defensive line. It's legit.
Yep.
All right. Sorry, voice.
We always have good.
Flu.
You know what's. We always have good Dolphin talk on here.
We do in this show, particularly. We do.
It's like we spend a lot of time on Tua and the Dolphins, man. Well, I don't know what it is.
It's easy to
It's
see.
interesting, right?
Well, not really. What it is.
It must be. We talk about.
They have a lot of good pieces that just aren't being used correctly. And if we can see that as non-fans of the team, I don't understand how the freaking coaches can't see that.
Well, first of all, you said it earlier, the 2 OCs. That was a huge, I can't see that moving forward. I'm pretty sure you guys will, I would hope, for you guys, at least for you would hope, that you get a real OC in there. That's one. That'd be my priority one, and then the second thing is, man, getting your free agents right, because so far they haven't been, and that's
build
a problem.
You
guys
scheme.
Right.
They need to build the scheme around the players' talents. Don't try. See, this is what Brian Dable did with Josh Allen the first year. He pigeonholed Josh Allen into a Patriot system where you have to be accurate. Josh Allen wasn't accurate. That was never his calling card when he came into this league. He learned to be accurate. He practiced and he, changed his throwing motion and did all the things to be able to run the system. But you need to build your scheme around the talent. Tua is an accurate quarterback. he would fit well into the Patriots offense type of, quick passing game, bubble screens, the run game, the short passes, those type of things. They're just not doing that. They're trying to have him throw downfield, and that's not what he's best at.
Yep. I agree with that too. But that's the whole tug of war though with the two OCs though, because you don't know what one OC's thinking. One OC might go, "Hey, I want him here." The other guy's going, "Well, let's do it here." And then that's why I feel like, how can that be good? Like, I just can't. That'd be like having two head coaches. Like, you know what I mean? Like on the field, like just wait. Like it's not gonna work. So that
do they
that
take turns calling plays? Do they take turns calling plays?
I would love to know. I would love to know.
All I'm hearing is straight idiocy. That's all I'm hearing. That makes no damn sense. That's all I'm hearing.
I don't get it. Yeah, that part. But hey, they're won 6 in a row, so they're doing
something's working, right? Let's get to y'all game.
That defense is working. That's
definitely.
Should have been working all year. I thought it's a good defense, by the way.
Yeah, it took a month.
I don't know what happened week 2
is a stud safety. That dude is going to be a game changer in the future. That kid is special out of Oregon.
Yeah, we don't want to hear that in the show. We don't want to hear
that. If you tuned in last night, I talked about Kyle Duggar the same way. So,
Oh, that's true. You did.
That's you want to hear in the show. We like that. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
As a football fan, like, listen, I'm a Bills fan, but I'm not one of those Homer fans.
I don't think any of us are like that, man. We got you.
Yeah, I can accept when guys are good. Holland, he's going to be special. Duggar, he's going to be special. And, last night when I was talking with Trevor about this, I was telling him, I was surprised with coming from, the lower competition, how fast he got good.
Inclemented, right?
Yeah. I figured it'd be year 3, year 4, he would get really good. It's year 2, and he's an X factor.
Yeah, he's one of our best DBs already. Captain D, you were saying something?
No, I was agreeing with Mike.
Okay.
Mike. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so let's get this Cam Newton ass whooping game done real quick. Y'all beat up on Cam Newton. How was that?
I'll go ahead and start. I found pros and cons to this game. Pros is we defensively did what we were supposed to do. We gave up 14 points. Offensively, we started out really slow, which is a concern because that's been a trend. And then we got going and, we ran the ball 22 times with Singletary. That was a pro. Cons, we still gave up over 200 yards rushing, even though we knew they couldn't throw the ball because Cam can't throw. So we knew it was coming, and they still ran it down our throats at times. The defense made the stops when they had to, and they didn't have a kicker, so they couldn't kick field goals, and they had to go for it, and we stopped them. But
that's a good
we did
point.
what we were supposed to do. Yeah, we did what we were supposed to do. We got the W. We got out healthy.
That's the most important thing right there.
Yep.
The H word. 100%. You saw this game, Captain D?
I did. And the Panthers are, they're in their element right now. They're, Cam's struggling, and of course, the news came when they didn't have a field goal kicker. So I'm like, well, okay, this is a recipe for disaster already. This is this is not looking good. But I'm still going to put some respect on Cam's name. I appreciate Cam Newton, but right now, he got signed kind of like, I guess, pre to mid-season. So, it was an uphill battle, and I think Buffalo, Buffalo's Buffalo. They're not a bad team at all. They're a good team, and I wasn't surprised by the outcome. But yeah, shout out Cam Newton.
Shout his ass at home on the lazy boy. He's done.
Go ahead, Tommy. Go ahead.
Cam, first of all, listen, I'll respect Cam Newton for what he's done in the NFL, no doubt. But come on, let's be real. Cam Newton's done. In his brain, he's not done, but physically, he's done. His arm is not anything even close to what it was. He has his legs, but he fumbles like crazy once you hit him. We actually had a fumble on him. We just couldn't get it. As far as Mikey, bringing up the running, they rushed for 150. 70 of it was Cam Newton. That's all I could do. So I'm not even hating against the Bills running defense that game. It wasn't that bad. Their running back, mind you, they didn't have their main McCaffrey, but their main back only had 40 yards. I mean, it's like we did fine. We did the defense. I felt they did exactly what they're supposed to do.
Right?
Nothing crazy. Got like no huge run against us. That was ridiculous. Offensively is where we have our problem. Once again, we started slow. When we finally, Josh Allen under pressure once again, like you could see that Josh Allen in that first drive was getting upset again. It was kind of like the Jaguar feeling. I almost had a flashback to that game because you saw Josh Allen kind of like, what do I do here? But thankfully for Dable, he got Devin Singletary more involved. Started running it. That started getting the Panthers a little bit moving back, watching Devin Singletary. That's what opened up Josh Allen to throw more. And that's where you saw the balance come in. And that's where we should be. I'm not saying you have to run it 30 times, but 20 times is fine. Shit, I'll take 15. But overall, like Mike said, it was like pros and cons to it. But we got the job done. We still scored 31. We held them to 14. But no, Cam Newton has to retire, to be honest with you. I was shocked they didn't put the other quarterback in. They didn't play him at all. I don't think he even played a snap. And I was a little, not that he would have done anything, but he would have brought a little bit of a different game than Cam.
Give him more of a pass option.
Yeah, more of a pass. Yeah, they did nothing. I think I kind of felt like the Panthers were just like, you know what, we'll just play the game. Like I don't. It just felt like that way. Like they didn't try for some reason. I could be reading it wrong, looking at it wrong, but I just feel like they know what their team's at right now. And the Bills handled their job. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. And maybe, and I always say games like this, you learn, you take something from it, right? And just like the Tampa game, even though we lost that game, I felt like we took something from that second half. And we did use it in that Panthers game, which was starting to get Motor Singletary involved more, right? That whole dual split back thing that our coach wanted to do, which was splitting carries between Motor and Moss, maybe he's finally going away from that because Motor got pretty much all the carries in this game, right? Moss has been a healthy scratch now, I think 2 or 3 games. So maybe Motor will be just a primary back, and they're going to use Motor for the most part. As far as running, Burrito will probably go in as far as screen passes, little options, but he won't be I can't see him carrying more than 2 times, 3 times. It looks like Motor is going to be the guy moving forward, at least this season. But yeah, they got to keep this going as far as getting Motor involved in the game plan, and we'll be okay. But it was good. Like I said, some things came out of this game I was happy to see going against the Patriots, and I'm hoping that they implement them this week.
All right, cool. Trevor? You are mute.
I put Trevor asleep.
I'm sorry about that. Unfortunately,
Trevor's like, yeah, Bills. Fucking
nah.
Devin Singletary, whatever.
Nah, the good thing for Buffalo is that it was a game that they definitely needed. They definitely needed the win there, so they can at least it was basically a get right win for them. So I'm not surprised about the outcome there. My issue, because I think Tommy mentioned how Cam Newton, how bad he played, how it's time for him to retire and everything. He said bring in the other quarterback. How many times is Matt Rule going to bench Cam Newton to put in PJ Walker or someone else there? How many times are you going to bench him? So it really doesn't make a difference. You might as well just keep him there. And then it makes Matt Rule look like a fool because it's like, no matter who you put in there, you're going to get the same results. You know what I'm saying? So,
by the way, real quick scoring update. Cleveland lost 24-22. 24-22.
Yeah, he threw his 4th pick.
Yeah.
Big Mayfield. Yeah.
Oh, that explains why my little brother sent me this really long paragraph. He's pretty pissed.
He's just not. I'm telling you guys, Baker's just. Cleveland really has to start thinking what they want to do there, man. I hate to say it, but I'm sorry to cut you off, Trevor. Go ahead.
Yeah. So like it makes Matt Rule look like a fool if you keep on benching him and putting PJ Walker in there. Clearly he's the one making the football decisions there, and the quarterback is still going to be another year going into another year with them having yet another quarterback problem because they have no idea who's going to be the quarterback of the future for this Carolina team. And it's because this defense is very, very good and can be even better as they go forward, but the offense just completely shits the bed for them every single time, unfortunately. So, Cam played for us for a year, and he was the bridge to what we have now. I guess you want to call it that. But it's time for him to go, man.
Pretty weak bridge.
Well, I'll tell you, Carolina's
it was
problem.
a very weak bridge.
I'll tell you his problem.
He led you guys to a losing record. Good job.
I'm gonna tell you the Panthers' problem. I mean, yeah, it's quarterback, but the fact that they overpaid for a running back. I'm telling you guys, we've talked about this a gazillion times. You can't overpay for a running back. I would never pay for a running back. I draft a running back and get like a veteran running back. When you overpay for these guys, the majority of them don't work out. Their shelf life is very,
especially
very short.
Especially how much they accounted on him. He was 90% of
their
offense for 3 years. During his entire rookie contract, he was 90% of their offense. And then they gave him and broke him off, and he's been injured the last 2 years.
But that's typical. That happens. I'm telling you, running backs, I would never. And now they're stuck. They're stuck. This is it, guys. So they have to draft a quarterback. There is no, and then they got to worry about the cap and all.
And there is no quarterbacks this year that are going to be that are coming out that look like they're franchise quarterbacks. I mean, there's some good, like that Malik Willis out of Liberty. He looks like he might be pretty good. Then you have Cody Pickett out of Pittsburgh, who looks like he's more in the Derek Carr mold than he is in some of these franchise guys. So but there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, but there's always one or two decent quarterbacks every year. There's always a sneaker guy too, a guy that third round guy.
Quarterback in the year we picked EJ Manuel.
Oh, he was terrible.
There wasn't.
God.
Oh, God.
That's why we took EJ Manuel in the first round.
You didn't have to. You could have got a free agent.
Yeah, that 2013 quarterback class was pitiful. Yeah, that was bad.
Right?
That was bad.
Didn't have to draft him. Could have just got a free agent and drafted somebody else.
Listen, that goes back to the Buddy Nix days, and
that's when you're desperate.
No thanks.
Desperate moves don't usually work out.
No, not at all. Scott and Jose, I'm making y'all wait on purpose. We'll go with the COVID stuff because both teams are going through their COVID woes. We'll let you know when it's time.
Every team is.
Yeah, so we'll get there. Don't worry about it. Right now, if you guys haven't known, it's Christmas. Just saying, right? 25th, Christmas. So we're gonna have a couple of nice little Christmas goodie questions up in here. Have a little fun, get into the spirit, get into the jolly green spirit. Even I'm not wearing green, but that's okay. And we're gonna have a little bit of fun today, all right? So for the first question, the title is Naughty or Nice. What 3 team members, it could be player, coach, front office, are going to be in your naughty list or nice list for this year?
This is pretty easy.
Yeah, I already knew that was heavy for you, but it's 3 for each. 3 for each.
3 for each.
Mm-hmm.
Naughty, nice list. Okay.
Yep. So let's start with Tommy. So easy. Let's start.
Well, the naughty. I mean, I got 2 right.
I know what you're gonna say. I already know that too.
Dable.
I'm gonna go Brian Dable. That's what I thought you were gonna go.
Bobby Johnson, number 2, and I'm gonna throw one out there that probably most won't think about. Star Lotulelei. He has to go. I'm done with the star thing. I get it. Listen, I know Mike's upset. I get it. Mike has a little feelings about it. I'm just saying personally, it's just opinion. I just overall his contract, he's not living up to his contract, even though there's things that happen. I get it, but I can't do the excuse machine anymore. The excuse machine has run out in my neck of the woods. So they're out of ink. And now the nice list. Oh, come on. You know who the nice list is. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, who both are playing very good football again this season. And I will say for a third will be Dawson Knox, who did his thing in the tight end university thing, and a lot of people laughed at that, and he actually has had a very good season.
I thought that was cool, by the way. That whole little thing they did.
I wish they would. I told you guys. I really hope that thing takes off where they do it in multiple positions, like like offensive linemen. Like that would really help, dude. If like all pros got together and like did offensive line university, why not? Fuck shit. I would send our whole offensive line there.
I know y'all would.
They all need to go there, right? But anyways, go ahead, Mikey.
Okay. My naughty, I'll say Matt Hack. I don't know.
God,
that dude is so
terrible.
Inconsistent. He's a fantastic holder, and I love him for that. But the dude cannot punt. He is not consistent. I'll say our interior offensive line, because there's not just one. There's like four of them on the interior. And then my third one, I'm going to say Vernon Butler. What a waste of money.
So bad. Yeah, you're right.
Like $8 million, and he's a freaking healthy scratch every week because he can't beat out practice squad guys. And then for nice, I'll say my safeties, Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. I will say Gregory Rousseau, a young Miami Hurricane who actually is doing better than I expected him to. And then I will say Gabe Davis, stepping up in his second year.
There you go. Well, second half of the season, but cool.
Yeah.
I'll take it. They're finally
every time we put him out there, he does good. Not his fault that the coaches wouldn't use him.
Yeah. Well, stay your ass inside, Gabe Davis. Stop doing whatever you're doing. Everybody, please. All right, go ahead, Captain D.
Captain D. Are you writing it down? You look it down. I see you going like this.
No. I didn't write this one down. This is a complicated question. It's actually mind fucking me right now because I'm thinking about it. I'm like because of the way how we started the season and how we're and where we are right now in the season. So I'm like, I guess you could say on my naughty list would be Brian Flores and Chris Greer a couple of weeks back when we were 1-7, but now if I'm going to give my nice list since we have so much success
Austin
right now.
Jackson. Austin Jackson.
No, not Austin Jackson. Not Austin Jackson, but I'll probably say, obviously the nice list, Javon Holland, he's a rookie, and Jalen Waddle. And Jalen Phillips is not not far behind because they're rookies and they're showing some success. Like we might have some stars going in the future. So it's kind of a weird response, but I want to say Brian Flores because of the way how we started and Chris Greer on my naughty list, but now they're kind of on my good side because we're winning. We'll see how the season ends, but that's where I'll go.
Okay.
Okay. My naughty list is, I think it's a no surprise. I think Juan knows what I'm going to say. Isaiah Wynn. Isaiah the trash can. It has been if he's injured, he's getting beat. He's literally a walking trash can. He has to go. I wanted him to go years ago. He has to go now. The way he played against the Colts last week was
he tackled our running back. I'll never forgive him.
In the first half, I was like, I remember texting our group chat as it's going on live. I said, this guy's a walking trash can. I'm like, what is this? Like, why are you in the league? Like, why are you so terrible? Like, thank God this is his last season, and more likely we're not gonna pick up his deal. Good riddance. Get out of here, bum. Like I never played any NFL in my life, and I guarantee I can give you at least more effort than that because this guy's what is he doing? Like, what's he doing? Like, it's ridiculous. Whatever. My other dirty list goes to Nikhil Harry. Now, yes, he had a monster catch. A big catch in last week against the Colts. But other than that, he has not lived up to his first round status. And I still will not forgive him. I will still not forgive him. I will still not forgive him for what he did in Buffalo, muffing the punt. I don't care. You only have one job to do. And you can't do that right. I mean, yeah, you can say, he blocks well. He blocks well. I'm like, okay, yeah. But you're a first round pick and your best asset.
Well, is it his fault that he was a first round pick?
Listen, I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. But, It's what it is. Like, it's what it is. And the third one, I had a tough time finding a third one, honestly, because originally I was thinking about Josh McDaniels. It was early in the season. I would say McDaniels, but he has gotten better as the course of the season went on. But I'm really having a tough time finding a third person though. But for the most part, it's just those two for me. That just sticks out.
Typical
Figure
Patriot fan. Can't
figure it out.
Third naughty guy.
Everybody else got a third. Figure out a third.
Typical Patriot fan here. Nothing's wrong.
You tell me you can't find a third person on the Patriots that you're upset with? I can count
the camera guy forget the camera guy for getting caught.
That guy. Me and Tommy went through 6.
Yes, I could have named even more. I was just being polite. You said 3.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I would have said GM Bill, but at the end of the day, they did spend well. He did spend well in the offseason like that. So,
did he?
It's gonna. I mean, he spent well. I mean, for the most part,
you guys gave Jonnu Smith a ton of freaking money.
Or I guess you could say Jonnu Smith too. He has played okay the last couple of weeks, but Jonnu Smith has not lived up to the thing as well, though. But especially when that game against New Orleans, I wanted him to get out of there. But he has gotten better since then. But not for the money he's gotten though. But for the most part, Jonnu Smith then. Jonnu Smith.
There you go.
That's nice. But now you have to do the other one. Was the nice list.
My nice list.
That one's faster.
Oh, it's much easier. My nice list goes to Matthew Judon, Red Sleeves, Matthew Judon, who has been literally like the push that this defense needed. This defense responds when he plays them. The way how he was able to command respect there, and how feared he is on the other side of how he has to be held accountable. He has to be accounted for on the other side of the ball. Say, damn, how are you going to block him? How are you going to block him? So Matthew Judon has been incredible. He's by far our leading sacker on our team. So he was great. I love it. Yes, it's definitely one of Belichick's best signings in the offseason. I love it. The other one, my nice list, I'm going to go with J.C. Jackson. J.C. Jackson has played well for most of the season. They need to pay that man. I'm saying it right now. We need to pay him. Pay J.C. Jackson.
No, thank you. They can let him go. He can leave the AFC East.
Nah,
I'm good with that.
Get him out of here.
I bet you will say that.
What?
Nah, I love JC. I love JC.
Yeah.
He's gotten better and better every year, and I really, really enjoy. I'm glad he's with us.
Yeah.
And my third pick, I'm gonna go with Mac Jones. Mac Jones has impressed me a lot. Throughout the season, even through adversity, especially in the last game against the Colts. How they were down big, but you can see his face saying, "Hey, listen, we're down big, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna let it get the best of me. We can come back from it." And you can tell that even though he's a rookie, he's still his mindset, especially coming from a winning culture in Alabama. How he's saying that, hey, it's never over till it's over, and I really like that. Like to see that in our rookie quarterback. So Mac Jones definitely has impressed me this year. I'm not gonna lie to you, there's no secret that when we drafted him, me and Juan were not happy when we first drafted him. So, but now for me at least, he's starting to, grow on me a little bit. But I still need to see more, especially next year. If he does it again next year, he's better next year, then I'll be like, okay. Now I'm very satisfied. But other than that, yeah, that's my top 3. Yeah.
Scott, by the way, I like my bright green and red background.
Which would be fitting for today, by the way, if you were hosting. It is Christmas. Those are your Christmas colors. Okay, I'll try to make this quick because we've been here almost an hour already. So let's make this a little faster.
That's how we do.
Yeah, exactly right. My naughty list is almost the exact same as his. It took him forever to steal Jonnu Smith. That was my second one. My first one is no question. My question is Isaiah, when he needs to get the fluff out of my team. That damn bastard needs to go. Jonnu Smith, just off the Saints game alone, I wanted to get destroy him. Those drops, Jesus. But it's like Josh McDaniels doesn't know how to use him. I think he's more of a move tight end, but he doesn't really use him that way. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know, but he's definitely being game paid too much just to block. So I agree 100% with that. And my third is a surprise. It's actually Devin McCourty. He's actually not playing the way that he's supposed to be playing anymore. He has been in the league for 12 years now, so slowing down my age is a thing. And I love the man very much. Won Super Bowls with him, like he been near and dear to our heart, but that time is coming and I don't want to accept it. But it's there. He hasn't been playing well this year like that, man. He used to tackle a lot better. Mind you, he was a skinny guy, but he was a skinny guy who could tackle back in the day. He doesn't tackle much anymore. He's dropping more picks. Last week, he's not there when he's supposed to be. He was also involved in that long touchdown run. He was right next to Dante Hightower in that touchdown run too. He's losing it, and it's making me want to cry thinking about it. But it's almost time for him to go. I love him so much. But that's my naughty list for that. My nice list. The nice part usually doesn't come to me very often. Okay, McDaniels is actually number 1. Because he wants to hoodwink us the first 3 weeks, but it's like he said the Rodgers in 2014. Just relax, wait. We waited. Mac Jones got more comfortable. He's looking like he's more fluent, and now the poise is coming in. All we have to do is wait. Now, running game is going real nice, and the offensive line outside of the damn left tackle position is playing real well under his tutelage. McDaniels has been excellent the last 2.5 months. I love it. My second one is going to be is also JC Jackson. Please pay him. He's a wonderful corner. He's not one of the best corners we've had, but because there's still sometimes he gives things up, but his hands is almost like a wide receiver. Again, outside of last week when he dropped the pick right on his face, he really is a crazy ball hawk who actually does have a lot of good coverage skills. There's a lot of corners who I think for that. Like there'll be like Trayvon Diggs, for example, who's a great ball hawk, but his coverage skills are not there yet. JC's are. They're there. Great corner. He's wonderful. And in order for this defense to be as good as it is, we need someone like him. Otherwise, this defense does not work. So I need him. And my third is GM Bill. Outside of the one bad signing that you're mentioning in Jonnu Smith, Mike, the drafts. The last 2 drafts actually been pretty good. They're actually hitting, which I think is the biggest reason why this defense is playing the way it is. What Kyle Duggar, Christian Balmer is killing it right now down in front. Mac Jones is doing well. Demonte Stevenson is doing well. Damian Harris is doing great. These are all the drafts of the last 2 years. And he's finally hitting after 6 years of duds coming from his drafts. Finally, GM Bill is finally doing what he's supposed to be doing. Those are my naughty and nice lists.
So nobody chose Duggar, who's probably outside of Judon and Jackson is probably the 3rd best player.
He would be my
defense?
4th if there was a 4th person in my naughty and nice list, but
no love.
3.
No love.
Don't put that in my mouth. There's plenty of love.
Just send him on over.
No.
We will embrace.
You don't have enough safeties, right? You need more safeties, and I don't think you do.
He spoke about it
Our
yesterday.
safeties are getting old. Our safeties are getting old. It's not gonna be long before they're gone.
You'll be all right.
Mike spoke about it yesterday. Mike spoke about it yesterday. He's talking about that they wanted that Buffalo wanted Duggar, but we ended up getting him instead. And it was like, damn, man, gotta be quicker than that, man.
we traded our first round pick for a reason, man. So
gotta be quicker than
that. No, I mean, he's legit.
Well,
he's legit.
No, he's wonderful.
Yeah. Lenore Ryan. Yes.
Lenore Ryan. All right. Second question. Gift or Cole? Based on your off seasons and any transactions you've had in the season, does your GM deserves gifts in the stockings or Cole? And we're going to start with
just this year. Just
this year, literally from March till now, what they've done since. So that includes free agency, draft, and any trades or any other transaction they've made during the season. Do they deserve Cole or any gifts in their stockings? And we're going to start with Captain D this time.
Okay.
Oh, man. So if you had a couple weeks back, I was calling for the firing of Brian Flores and Chris Greer. But, based on the plan, I don't know. That's a tough question because I think this season for the Dolphins really has to pan out to see where we end. But for everything that we've done, and if the season ends positive and a winning record, or I think you kind of have to go with the GM and go with the coaching staff. It's not like what we thought was going to happen when we started 1-7. We're progressing, we're doing well, but I don't think I'm going to put Cole in his stocking yet. I don't think so. No, not at all. Not at all.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Trevor, it should take 3 seconds.
GIF.
Thank you. Done. That's it. You were just saying. All right. Let's start with Mike.
Okay.
Because you look eager. I see you rocking like this. On the camera.
For most part, I would say Cole for what he's done this year. However, he has one gift that I think trumps all the bad that he hasn't fixed. And that's the $268 million that he locked Josh Allen up to. He locked down our franchise quarterback that Buffalo hasn't had since Jim Kelly. That trumps not fixing the interior offensive line, overpaying for the defensive line that hasn't done anything. So ultimately, I got to give him, the gift because he chose him, he built around him, and then he signed him.
And you didn't pay $500 million.
And if we didn't pay $500 million.
Yeah, like somebody we know.
All right. Tommy.
Gift for sure. Multiple reasons for my case. One, obviously the main one, like Mike said, signing Josh Allen, getting the deal done. I was screaming for that. I said they should get it done before the season started. It's never good to keep your franchise quarterback waiting, and it would have been cheaper anyways if you just got the deal done before you wait until the season's end. So is this smart thinking overall? Because trust me, they would have paid more. Because look what he's done. He hasn't even regressed. There was no – you can't sit back and say, damn, we gave him all that money. He's throwing 50% completion percent. No. He's still he's throwing up to 65, 67, somewhere around there. Then the other the draft wasn't as bad as people think. I mean, I didn't like the back-to-back edge, but I love the Gregory Rousseau pick, and you got to give him credit for the Spencer Brown pick. Spencer Brown has worked out, and he's going to be a beast in the league, in my opinion. And I like DeMarquez Stevenson. And I also like DeMar Hamlin, who you guys haven't really seen yet, but I think he's going to be good, in years to come. Obviously, there's some things I didn't like. I didn't like the Darrell Williams, because he's not working out. I liked it at first, but I didn't. I loved the Matt Milano. I thought they got a steal on his signing as well. He's living above his contract, if we're going to be real with it. And we had a very small salary cap, and he worked well around it. A lot of people don't understand that. It's all about the cap and the NFL. Very tough. It's easier said than done. But when it comes down to numbers, you gotta work it out. You can't just trade for anybody and sign everybody you want. So I think this year he's done a good job. Though there's a lot of stuff I'm not happy with, but you can't get it perfect. So yes, gifts for Brandon Beane.
Nice. I'm obviously gifts. Same as Trevor. I have a belt check. So my favorite question. This is the last one before we get into week 16. My favorite question is coming. It's called What's Under the Tree? This one you may have to think a little bit. What is one gift from your team that you would give to your rivals? Gift from your team, so it comes from you. You don't go to somewhere. You don't go to Colts and give somebody Quentin Nelson. No, it comes from your team. Who do
what do you mean?
To your rivals?
Like a player,
a player or a coach or something. Who would you give to your rivals? And don't give him Cole. I'm talking about something that's beneficial. It's Christmas. Hello.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I'll give you Bobby Hart right now. You got Bobby Hart right now.
You stole my thunder, so I'll have to think about somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay. So beneficial. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where you starting?
Damn, I would give out Cole to everybody.
Oh, beneficial? It has to be good?
Yes, it has to be good. What the hell's the point of the question?
Yikes. That's just tough. I don't want to give you anyone.
Oh, of course not. We don't want to give you none either. But
somebody good.
Where are you starting at? Who's starting this?
Who's ready? Because y'all look puzzled.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready. Diggs. If I had to pick somebody that would benefit and fit into your guys' offense that I think you guys are missing, I think it's that alpha receiver. You put Stephon Diggs in that offense. Normally, if it was last year, I would have said Josh Allen because you had Cam. Mac is still productive, so you add in an elite receiver with that run game to where you can run that play action game. It'd be dangerous. The Patriots offense could become dangerous again if you guys had that alpha receiver.
Awesome. And I said rivals, so you also have to give it one to.
Okay, I have to give one to Miami.
Yeah, we'll skip the.
I would have to give him Josh Allen because I don't think Tua is the answer down there. You put Josh Allen with that defense and with Waddle. You let him just throw it as far as he can and let Waddle go run under there and catch it. And then you have Gesicki.
Yeah, that would be a freaking problem. I agree.
Yeah. So that would be, that's probably what I would give Miami. Do I have to give something to the Jets even though there ain't nobody here?
No, they don't count. They're not here.
Because I'd give them Brandon Bean, someone who could build a team.
Yeah, well, that's very nice of you. It's very thoughtful of you, actually.
That's a good one.
If I'm looking at what they have versus what the Bills have, that's what I would do. And if I wouldn't really give them to them, but if I had to say, what are you guys missing? That's it.
That was very sweet. He gave something to the Jets because I don't think anybody else is because I'm not. Captain D.
Captain. Okay. So
you gonna go in third person?
No, yeah. As a matter of fact, I am. Captain D would gift you with Javon Holland. He's a rookie, but he's gonna be so special. He's already showing good leadership, good instinct on the field. I think on the Patriots, he would be. Oh my God, he'd be. Thank God. We have Javon Holland. We're going to hold him tight, hopefully for a long period of time. But if I were to gift somebody to the New England Patriots, I would gift them Javon Holland. Now the Bills. Who am I going to gift? I guess right now, Austin Jackson. No, I'm just kidding. That would be cold. That would be cold if I give you guys Austin Jackson.
Oh, that'd be mean. That would be mean.
Yeah. But man, I don't know. I think I would give the Buffalo Bills. Man, I don't know. I can't go.
Christian Wilkinson, your big defensive tackle. That's who I would want.
He's fun. He's great. He's breakdancing in the end zone. We got him out in offense too. But I don't know. That's a tough one. Who would I give the Buffalo Bills? I think I'm gonna have to say. We don't even have a running back that's like good for you guys to have. You guys got a pretty stout wide receiver, Gregory. I don't know. I'm trying to think here. I think I maybe gift you guys with Jalen Waddle. I think he could be a better upside than Cole Beasley. I think that would be great for you guys. He can be a great returner too. He's not fumbling these kickoff returns and punt returns like Isaiah McKenzie. I think he'd be great for you guys. And right now, I think he's either leading the league for rookies as far as receiving yards and stuff like that, or he might be right up there. So he looks like he's gonna make a great talent. I'll gift you guys Jalen Waddle, but
it might be receptions. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think Jamar still has the yards. Yeah, I think it's receptions. Yeah. But he definitely is leading something in rookies. There's no question. Trevor.
Well, I'm going to give the Jets something because why not? If I would give the Jets Trent Brown because they need some help badly on their offensive line. They do. Very badly. I do like Michael Carter a lot, and I think Michael Carter, if you get able to open holes for him, then they could, it'll take the pressure off of Zach Wilson, especially since they want to be a team that runs the ball a lot. So definitely Trent Brown to help with their offensive line. For the Bills, I would give you guys J.C. Jackson to help whenever Trey White comes back from injury. You have somebody on the other side that can help him. Because a lot of quarterbacks are not going to throw in his area. So when if you have two really really good corners on both sides, it's like pick your poison. It's going to be especially with that pass rush, that defense is going to be elite. Scary, and how the other team going to score? It's going to score, so that's an non-to thing. And for the Dolphins, I would give you guys Ramondre Stevenson. I think that he's a good power back. that can take pressure off of Tua. So you don't have to throw the ball too much. Also the ground and pound. I think it'll fit very well for you guys, especially having the running back from committee, and especially if you don't want Tua to make too much mistakes or put too much pressure on him. You have a running game that can definitely be said as well. But if that doesn't work, I would give them maybe if Trent Brown, if I give the Jets, I'll give them Trent Brown as well, because that offensive line is bad and definitely some type of help on the offensive line. So either or.
We give them two?
No, I'm saying if I didn't give one to the Jets, I would have gave them that one. But now I was talking about it, I was thinking about it too. Like, yeah, the offensive line's pretty bad too. And yeah, Trent Brown's still good. I mean, when he's healthy, he's a really good tackle. So yeah.
All right, Tommy.
This was tough. I'm gonna say for the Patriots, Tremaine Edmonds, because I think Edmonds would work very well with Belichick. I think Belichick would make Edmonds into even a better linebacker than he is, because Edmonds is super young, and it just seems like players that play with Belichick, he always brings out the best in them. And I still think the best is yet to come with Tremaine because he's so young, but I think he would thrive in New England, in my opinion. For the Dolphins, I'm gonna throw one out there that's odd. I'm gonna say Ken Dorsey, because I think Ken Dorsey is gonna be a phenomenal OC in this league. I don't want that. He's gonna stay in Buffalo, but he's gonna be one of those guys. Watch out, and he would definitely do good for you guys. Like upcoming OC. For the Jets, because I'll just throw that out there, I'm gonna say Mitch Morse, because he's a veteran center. He could help out the young quarterback there, and that's why we brung him in for Josh. Let's be real. He's a good center, but he was more for just Josh's development. Smart guy, one of the smarter centers in the league. So I would have him go to the Jets, and that would help out their younger quarterback.
For I go Scott. He would go to Patriots, Vernon Butler, and Dolphins hack. Sorry, I stopped at the dollar store. Oh, that was disrespectful.
I would not want Scott Baker.
Scott!
No way.
Hey, went to the Dollar Tree. That's what.
And Apex had to come in and start dying.
Oh man!
Yeah, I had to.
That was.
And Jose, he's been bombarding me with questions. We're gonna get to our game in a bit.
Jose, I love Jose.
I love Jose. Jose's awesome.
Yeah,
Jose's awesome.
Got you, fam. We got you. I'm gonna finish mine quicker. All right, my gifts. Okay, since everybody want to give gifts to the Jets, fine. I'll give them J.C. Jackson. They need secondary help. Bad. So give them a number one corner option, which will help out the entire secondary a lot. That will start there. For Buffalo, I will give you guys Shaq Mason, our right guard. Helps your interior blocking in a great way, and he's one of the best run blockings also. So a great pull-out guard. So if you're going to start doing your options with Allen, he'll come out right there and lead you straight to work. Josh Allen usually gets a big chunk yards when he does it anyway. But with Shaq Mason, and he's actually a lot more athletic than he looks, so he'll actually be able to run down a lot and still keep blocking for you while he goes. So he'll be freaking perfect for you guys on your offensive line, Shaq Mason. For Miami, I had trouble with this one, because at first I was going to say Trent Brown also, because you do need tackle help in a desperate way. But I think I might give you guys Duggar, because your safety tandem could use some work, and with you already have two good corners up, so you've got Kyle Duggar to man inside to pair with Eric Rowe. That's actually kind of a killer secondary, and that'll make your defense
and Duggar together.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So give you guys Kyle Duggar. Whoo! I don't know who's completely passes against you guys, to be honest. So I'm gonna change it to that. I'm gonna give you guys Kyle Duggar. That's my casino.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I'm better than Scott. Anyway, so
better than Scott.
Let's get to week 16 then.
Jose, Scott, here we go.
Yeah, like I told you, I got you. We're gonna get to it right now, but we're gonna get with the tank bowl first. We usually go through the Jets games first, right? Let's get that out the way.
Guys,
yeah,
so
they're playing against the Jaguars. Anybody got? I'm ready to go for a free for all. I don't think I'm gonna get one by one for this one. Just speak.
Are we doing scores and predictions same time? Are we
for that game? Let's do it. For that game,
for that game, just the prediction as well. Okay, so just for that game. Okay, go ahead, Mikey.
Okay, for the Jet, I think the Jets beat the Jags, and I think it's going to be something along the line of like 24-21, something stupid. You know, it's those two teams are so hard to predict. Like you don't know what's showing up on Sunday.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah,
I guess I'll go next. I think I'm gonna say the Jets win because the Jaguars are they're just a total. I mean, obviously they don't have a real head coach right now. They're just a bad team. So are the Jets, but I trust the Jets a little bit more. So I'm gonna say the Jets on this one, and I'll say 23-20.
First of all, all right, I'm gonna go next. But first of all, what I want to say is the NFL. The entire country will get Patriots and Bills across the entire country. But for those who are living in New York City and those who don't have access to Sunday Ticket are forced to watch this garbage. Like this is ridiculous. So that's my one concern there. That's angry. But I'm going with the Jets. The Jets. I mean, listen, they're both two dysfunctional teams, but at least the Jets have some sort of direction as far as they have a coach that is still there, you know, unlike somebody who, you know, kicks their own players and stuff like that. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. But, yeah, I'm going with the Jets to win this game 24-17.
All right.
I guess I'll go now, but and this is very, you know, you guys already know I got a man crush on Robert Saleh, so I don't know what the fuck I'm going to say. I don't know why I'm going with this as a Dolphins fan, but I'm going to go Jets 17-13. Get well, Robert Saleh. You got fucking COVID. Get better, but the Jets are going to squeak this one out 17-13. Jets. Fuck y'all. I don't know. I have something to say.
I love it. I flipped the coin and it landed Jaguar. So I think my coin is broken. But I'm gonna go with them anyway. Why not? Who cares?
I mean,
it's Tank Bowl, baby. Whatever.
Literally, no one's going to watch this. Not even people who live here is not going to watch this. It's garbage.
No. Thank God I have Sunday Ticket. I'll be watching our game instead.
Woo! Unfortunately, lucky for you.
Yeah, my bad. I got sick. Sorry.
Yeah, so I gotta stay away. Anyway, next.
All right, Monday.
Hey, I can kind of. We're gonna talk after the show. I'm gonna help you out, Trevor, on that one.
Nice.
Ah, cool.
That's why you get friends, right?
Monday
night. Monday night. Where? Who is at what? I don't really remember. Oh, okay. Dolphins will be visiting the Superdome at the New Orleans Saints. Let's go, Captain. It's your game. What was going on this one?
It's my game right here. So
your game, yeah.
Yes, we're finally out of the beautiful weather in Southeast Florida, Miami Gardens, and our beautiful stadium at Hard Rock, and we're gonna be in New Orleans, and we got a rookie quarterback, possibly a rookie quarterback. And you know what? This is going to be a close game. This is going to be a very close game. And earlier in the show, I talked about my imaginary crystal ball that I had about what I'm seeing. And these are the type of games that I want to see from Tua. Where are we at? You know, let's gain off of Duke from the U. Let's try and run that football. But the key plays in this game are going to be based off of Tua and this defense and this offensive line holding up. So it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to say 27-23 Dolphins, close game. Even with a rookie quarterback, there's going to be their defenses might make, you know, they might make some turnovers on us. There might be a pick six. There might be a fumble. It's going to be close, but I think we pull it off, even with the Saints possibly starting a rookie quarterback.
Okay.
I'm going with this one. I'm going. What I see in this game can happen. I see. Obviously, there's 7 days in the week. When I was little, there was a show that came out called Seven Heaven. Seven Heaven, and the Dolphins are going to win their 7th game in a row. So I'm going with the Dolphins to win this game. You have Ian Book, who may be the starter for this game. Now we spoke about this in our draft for the guide for the NFC South, and when we draft, and I completely eviscerated the Saints for drafting Ian Book at the draft they did, because it's like, you drafted him for what? Like, he's not good. He's not good. It's like he's only gonna sit behind. Who, first of all, they don't even have a plan for who their quarterback's gonna be in the future. So it's kind of like, what's he gonna learn behind Jameis? What's he gonna learn behind Taysom Hill? Like, I don't know. So I don't see how this is gonna work. Huh?
Those are great professors.
Yeah, great, man. I don't see how that's gonna how that will work. I think Miami should win this game. I'm gonna say they'll win this game 24-13.
Wow. Okay.
Who's up next? You got it, Mike.
You spoke first, so it's Mike.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
If there's no Taysom Hill, if he's out and it is Ian Book, I don't think that. I think Miami's gonna walk all over him. I think it's gonna be 31-10. I can't see them moving the ball. Ian Book couldn't beat USC. How the hell is he going to beat a professional team? And the way that Dolphins defense is going, he doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, I don't know about 31, Mike. The Saints defense still is pretty good. I agree with you though, Ian Book. I like that offense.
You can score on defense.
No,
right?
I agree. Yeah, you
can score on defense. Right?
Well, not only that, you can put the offense in good position, right? Even with the turnovers, I get that, but I still don't. I'm not going to give the Dolphins 31. I'm just not going to do it. I think the Dolphins win easily, but I don't think it's like a. Oh my God, they scored 30-something points. I'm going to say. I'm going to say 26-9. I think they get 3 field goals.
I love that.
And I'm being nice about it. They may not get 9, but 26-9. I think it's fair. I think the Dolphins defense puts the offense in good field position in this game. But I don't think the Dolphins are going to score like crazy amount of touchdowns. I see some field goals going on in Miami. They have an excellent kicker. They're in a dome. Sanders is one of the best in the league. So, 26-9 is fair.
I was going more towards 20-6 for the exact same reasons you were saying. Both defenses are really good, so I expect it to be a struggle, but I expect some interesting turnovers that Tua usually likes to do for the reason why the Saints will get 6 points in the first place, 3-2 field goals. But never going to hit the end zone. It's not going to happen at all.
Nope.
Miami is going to run up on them. Eventually, the Saints defense is going to wear down, and then the run is going to start. And that's when Miami's going to start scoring some points in the third quarter, the second quarter. But I don't expect a combined score of 10 to exist in the first half. I don't at all. It's going to be a defensive struggle that I don't know who's going to be watching that, but I'm not sure. So it's going to be ugly, but you will be getting your 7th win. That's going to happen. Miami's winning this game, and it's not even a question. Yeah.
I think, but matter of fact, guys, just throw it in there. I think even if Hill was playing, just to say it, I still think Miami wins this game. Even if Hill played,
it'll increase.
I still think they win. I think Hill is so. I think that was a terrible signing by the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like Taysom Hill at all. I'm sorry. I know he brings a different dynamic in running, but that's really all he is legs, man. The score would have been a little different. Yeah, the score would have been a little different.
Though, is the running.
No, I get it. But I still think the Dolphins would have won like 26-21 or something like that. It would have been a little bit more competitive, but I still think the Dolphins are a better overall team, even with Taysom Hill. Now, if Winston was starting, who knows? You know how Winston is. That game could have been Winston could have threw 500 yards. Winston's Winston, but he's not. Neither of those guys are playing, so that's the score I stick with.
Yeah, I agree with you. If Taysom was playing, I'll go from 20-6 to 20-13. I'm still gonna go Miami regardless. It doesn't make a big difference to me. Miami got this. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting week 18 between us, man. This is interesting. All right, now the heavyweight fight. If I had the ding ding noise, I would put it right now, but I don't. My bad. And I'm very unprepared for this with my sick self. So let's just get on with it.
Ding.
Yes. Thank you. Let's get on with it. Buffalo at New England. COVID Bowl, if you want to call it COVID Bowl, because we both missing some key players in this game, but whatever. This is for the marbles, at least 95% of it. Because if the Patriots win this game and they wind up losing to them, it might change things. So I can't guarantee it's for the belt, but 95% chance, yes, this is for the AFC East title. Buffalo at New England. Who wants to start?
I will.
Ooh, you went fast. All right, go ahead.
Yes, because we spoke about this yesterday.
Hey, hello. Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah. I can't hear you guys. I can't hear you guys. Hello. Hello.
We hear
you. Are we in Gillette Stadium? Oh, okay. No,
my you mother trucker. Good one. Good one.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Go ahead, Trev.
Wow.
All right.
I like it. I like it.
I spoke about this yesterday about the score, and I'm going to stick by the score. I'm going with Buffalo winning this game 22-19 to win this game. Obviously, Matt Jones will not. Obviously, our offense is not going to run the ball 46 times again. This game time around, that's not going to happen. So yeah, that's not going to happen. So now we're going to have the question answered for a lot of people, especially Jose, who asked us, can Matt Jones throw in inclement weather? Now, the weather is not going to be as bad as it was 2 weeks ago when that happened, or 2-3 weeks ago. It's not going to be as bad. But obviously, he has not throw the football, especially with Ramondre Stevenson going to be out. Damian Harris may return, but he's injured, so we don't know how that's going to be. So we're pretty much going to be kind of thin at the running back position, but still going to have to find a way to make plays. I think that we're going to see if he can make plays or not. But it's going to be a statement win, because especially since Buffalo is going to come, especially how we came to their house and beat them the way that we did. I feel that they might come back to our house, because there's no way it's going to end in a sweep. I don't see us sweeping them at all. I didn't see us sweeping either one of us sweeping us this year. But I think Buffalo gets their revenge. They'll win this game 22-19. I'm going Buffalo. Okay. Sorry, Captain Patriot D. fans, if you heard that, but it is.
Captain D, man.
Hey, you're honest. You're honest. You know, at the end of the day, you have to, speak your truth, and whether you like it or not. You're not a fair weather fan. You're not a homer. You call it how you see it. So, much respect to that way. I'll go next. We talked about it last night. I have it 24-17. What? What? You want to go next?
Captain D to go, but damn.
This is typical Bills Mafia. Typical Bills.
My bad. I'm sorry. I missed that.
No, finish up.
I want to save. No.
Go, Captain D.
No. I'm gonna save y'all for last, because it's about us.
Yeah, baby.
I'm gonna save y'all for last. Let Captain D go. Go, my brother.
Okay. All right. Let me put my 2 cents in here. Midweek, I was leaning to more the Buffalo Bills on this game. That's just what I was feeling. But I'm on the show now, and I'm thinking about things. And I'm just kind of like, this is going to be New England. And I only say that in when I look back at the Tampa game with the Buffalo Bills, and it was a close game, but I see some of the coaching decisions, and I'm just kind of like, they're not there yet. They're not there with the coaching. I'm going to go coaching on this route. It's in New England. I believe in Mac Jones. I've told you that from the start. We've had our podcast. I believe in Mac Jones, and I think Buffalo got to straighten out. They've been showing some adjustments in the game. In that Tampa game, they made an adjustment. I remember they showed it on TV. They showed Sean McDermott talking, and they were making adjustments. They were like, "Oh fuck, what the hell's going on here?" So they're trying, but Brian Dable and you're running Josh. I don't think he's fully healthy. Whatever you want to call it, a fucking toe injury, a foot injury, whatever the fuck you want to call it. He's not 100%. It's in New England. I believe in Mac Jones. I believe in Bill Belichick. Patriots rolling all day. I'll give it to Patriots.
Okay. All right, Mike.
You got a score, Captain D?
I'm gonna say 27-23 again, Patriots. That's what I'm feeling. Free Mac Jones. Free Mac Jones. Put some respect on his name.
Yeah, free Mac Jones. Let him throw some picks all day long, baby. All day long. I have it 24-17 is what we spoke about last night. I found out when I was talking to Trevor, I was telling him my biggest fear was Judon versus Bobby Hart. We found out Deion Dawkins got activated today, so he'll be in the lineup tomorrow, which is a big key for us because then we can move Spencer Brown back to the right side. We can move Darrell Williams back to the inside, so that's positive. It's positive. We're still down a couple receivers, but we have depth at receiver, so I'm okay there. I see us shutting down the run. Stevenson was the one I think you guys are going to miss the most. Harris has been banged up the last few weeks with a hamstring, and in a cold weather game, the hamstrings don't tend to stay loose. So it'll be interesting to see how that happens. If we can shut the run down, and not just shut it down, but contain it enough to have to make Mac Jones beat us, I think you guys are going to struggle with the way Poyer and Hyde constantly change their looks and disguise their looks, those disguised coverages. Because I watched him throw 2 picks last week against disguised coverage, and when he threw it, he realized it and put his hands on his head. He had the Home Alone look. I see that happening this week. I think it's going to be 24-17. It's going to be a good game. It's not going to be a blowout. It's going to come down to the fourth quarter, and I just have a feeling Josh Allen finds a way to get it done at the end.
Can I just want to say this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The last game that was in Buffalo, I remember talking to Tommy about this. It was pregame, and the weather was horrible. The wind was horrible, and it was so clear what needed to be done and executed in this game to win it. There was no hiding. The Patriots ran the fucking football down the Buffalo Bills' throat. Coaching, what is going to be different? And that's why I'm saying coaching. If they can adapt, adjust, but for the most part, it's in New England. If they don't change their scheme, but that was a horrible game. I mean,
you have to remember, you said he ran it down the throat. They had the big 68-yard run. Outside of that, they were 2 for 11 on third down. So it's not like they. It was the rushing. Average 3.5 yards a carry.
With that being said, it was what I'm talking about is the game plan, and we touched on this a couple episodes back. Is that how many times the New England Patriots rushed the football with numerous players versus the Buffalo Bills, just in the weather that you guys were in. So that's what I talk about. Coaching, I'm trusting Bill Belichick, and this is a big game for you guys. It could go either way, but I'm going to give the edge to the Patriots.
Hey, by the way, real quick, Trevor, if you read what Jose said there, we'll help you out. But I'll talk to you more to another idea that I did with D. But go ahead, Mike. I don't know if you were done.
Oh no, I was good. I'm done.
Okay,
it's all you, man. The floor is yours.
All right, I think I said this my score prediction because I'll just quick get to that. I think I said 26-16. I think, Mikey, is that what I said yesterday? I'm pretty sure I did.
26-17.
Okay, 26-17. Yeah, it's going to be around there. Buffalo wins. Here's the deal. To touch base with what D said when we played them the first go-around. A couple big points I got to point out. One, they ran it 40-something times for 200 yards or 220. They only averaged 3.5. After that big run, that was a wrap. We pretty much held the running backs down. They didn't really beat us that way. They only scored 14 points. That's not like, oh, my God, they ran so crazy like the Colts did and put up 30-something points. So that's one. I think our defense matches very well against that offense, in my opinion. So now we're going to New England. They're not going to do that same game plan. They may run a little bit more heavier than they're going to pass, but they're still going to pass. There's no way Mac Jones throws 3 times. He's definitely going to throw at least 20 times, in my opinion. Okay, we're going to have Mac Jones beat us. That's the way that the Patriots are going to win this game if they win. It's not. I truly don't think that they're going to beat us on the running, a running game, a running plan. It's just not going to work this time around. It didn't put up many points anyways. I think our offense is in a better spot now being on the road. And I said this before. Josh can kind of throw a little bit more. They're going to put in the ball in Josh's hands a little bit more. You're going to see motor involved a little bit more than you did the first game. So there's going to be a lot to take from that first game that we're going to do, I believe, opposite. And it all goes back to, like I said, that Tampa game, the second half of that Tampa game. I truly believe things kind of change as far as Dable's philosophy and maybe even McDermott, what they want to see this team doing on offense moving forward and what worked, because it did work, and it worked against Carolina once they started doing it in the second quarter. And I think they're going to do that against the Patriots. You're going to see a lot of Devin Singletary. I think he's going to run for at least 18 to 22 carries. I truly believe that. I think Josh is going to have a nice game. Offensive line scary, but great news for Bills fans. Deion Dawkins is back. Spencer Brown is playing, and Spencer Brown is key on that side. Darrell Williams is still in the game. He's a pretty good right guard. Mitch Morse is still in the game. He's a good center. So our offensive line, except for Bakker, is kind of there. So I'm not totally – I was worried when Dawkins was out, but now he's there. It took a little pressure off this game for me, like where I was like, uh-oh, we could be in a big trouble. Dawkins is back now, so I think we're going to be okay up front, if they just play average. Defensively, like I said, I don't think the Patriots are going to run down our throats. Stevenson is out. Stevenson is a bulldog. He's a workhorse. He will tire a defense out. That's his style. He is like what we wanted Moss to be, right? The guy like, all right, you're gonna pay for this if you're trying to tackle me. He's gonna wear defense down. That's what he does, but he's not playing. Okay. The other guy, I forget his name. He has a hamstring issue, and like Mike said, in the cold, man, dude, that you may not see. He might be limited. So I'm just not really too worried about your running backs, to be honest with you. And I think our defense is fully ready to go, man, except for Starr being out. But we've been playing well with Starr out. I think Harrison Phillips has stepped up big this year. And that's my prediction. I think that's how the game's going to go as long as Dable continues to do what he did in that Carolina game and that second half of Tampa game. I think we'll be okay.
I'm going to try to say this before my throat closes, but I don't think I'm going to get everything I want to say out, unfortunately. Damn the flu. Kendrick Bourne is coming back tomorrow. He will be playing. So there will be a wide receiver that's semi-reliable coming out there. Thank God. No Aguilar. So there's nobody that's going to be able to take the top off. So there's zero zilch deep threat. Not the 3% that we had. No, now it's 0. So that's bad. The Buffalo Bills is quick on defense anyway, so they'll just take it out regardless. So that's fine. No Ramondre Stevenson, as y'all said. That's a massive issue. Damian Harris has been hurt. It's not just the past few weeks. It's been all season. He's been banged up. It just played anyway. So we'll see how effective he gets. And Dietrich Wise, one of the main defensive ends that usually plays for New England's front, is gone from COVID also. So Jose,
that's a big loss.
Those are the guys
that
are gone from COVID. So answer your question from an hour and a half ago. Okay, I told you I got you. Now, Josh Uche's coming back. I think he's been activated at least. That is huge. That's an extra pass rusher to put on the defense now off the edge. So that's great. So now, Mac Jones, like you guys said, is going to be all on him at this point because you guys will not be allowing 200 plus rushing yards in this game, especially when our biggest threat, I would say, at running back, the guy who, when he gets hit, he still goes forward an extra 3 yards every hit. He's gone. I think I saw our quick running back, J.J. Taylor, being activated. So if there's someone to run off the edges to watch out for, he's the one that has the speed for it. So the problem here for you guys, the little one, is that if you guys don't get off blocks and you give him a head of steam, you're not catching him. He's gone. So that's the one little worry you do have to worry about when it comes to the running backs for New England Patriots. The key here is that Henry, and the one time John Noon needs to play a good game, it has to be tomorrow. He's the one that's quick enough to be able to box out and get past your fast safeties. He has the body for it. He has the speed for it. Will he have the hands for it? We'll find out tomorrow. They have to be used tomorrow. This is what you paid for. This is what they need to be used for. This game right here. Because the receivers aren't going to be much useful outside of a little bubble Kendrick Bourne screen here and there, what is usually used for. So these tight ends are the key right here on offense. Now, defensively, this defense is basically fully healthy at this point outside of the little dings that Adrian Phillips had last week or two weeks ago. I don't remember when exactly, but 2 weeks ago. But he's dinged. Hopefully he's fine. Kyle Duggar, he wasn't suspended after he punched the guy in the face. Thank God. So he will be playing. So that's a problem. The defense is completely healthy. So this has to be the best defensive performance that we've had all season. And we had some damn good ones. And this has to be the best one. The only way the Patriots win this game is they hold the Buffalo Bills under 20. That's the only possible way the Patriots have a chance to win. Buffalo scores 20 plus is going to get this game over. And I think that's going to happen. I like Buffalo in this game. I like Buffalo in a very close one. I like 22-19 Buffalo Bills in this game.
Same score as me.
Wow. Was it? Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Same score as me.
I like him. I like a close, gritty one. I'm pretty sure I'm going to grow about 6 more gray hairs in my beard after tomorrow.
See all my gray? That's all. That's from watching the Bills play.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's true. That is true.
Yeah. I'm with them. I really do like Buffalo in this game. There's no way they're going to come back and get a flat one in this one. Because they have to. You don't win this game, that's it. Like you're down there because you have some losses against some of the wild card teams like Indians stuff. So you're gonna be a 6th or 7th if you don't win this game. You're gonna come out like it's playoff, like if it's January already. And that intensity, I think, is gonna drive y'all. You're gonna get punched in the mouth, you're gonna get tackled, you're gonna get hit, you're gonna go through it. You're gonna get your bruises. It's gonna happen in New England. Mm-hmm. But I think with that extra piece of intensity in you that analytics can't talk about, you guys are gonna be able to get this win off, and you're gonna win 22-19. And Jose, we do not play man that much because of our deficiencies at corner that we had early in the season. We play a lot more zone, so I don't really have to worry about one-on-one with Stephon Diggs much. So give me an hour and a half too.
Yeah, so not after last year what Diggs did to JC.
That's
Jackson.
what I'm saying. Exactly.
That again.
we have a pass rush now, so we don't have to play man a lot anymore. Yeah. We can play zone and do zone blitzing, zone defense.
Judon's a problem. Judon's a problem.
A great man once said, "This is going to be no picnic. This is going to be a war." Ric Flair said that.
I knew it. Yep. I did.
And it's
if
true.
You want to be the man, you got to beat the man.
That's right. And then also for McDermott, a couple things. When you go out there, make sure that sneaky Belichick's son isn't writing things down when we're practicing. Shoo him away like you did that one year. Bring your ball inflator. Make sure the Patriots balls aren't deflated. They
Tom Brady's not there
stuff
though.
Like that.
But Tom Brady's not there.
But was that Brady or was that Brady?
That was apparently Brady. Was he not the one that they were going against?
I don't know. I think that's Tom Brady, Belichick's son. Sneaky.
No, Belichick videotape stuff. Brady deflates balls.
You know, you guys never watched Seinfeld, but there's an episode where they're doing like a camera thing, and they're like the guy and he spit on him. That's Belichick sneaky with the camera.
I'm gonna say this though: if y'all somehow lose this game, get ready for next week. That's what I'm telling y'all right now.
I got my excuses already. It's you guys cheated.
You guys, of course you are. You're gonna cry like the rest of the league, right? I hope you do. I hope that comes. I can't wait. I hope you're right, brother. I appreciate you for picking us. I hope you're right, brher. I'm with you. I hope so.
I caught video of my practice. The balls were deflated. The referees are in it. I saw Belichick hand a $20 bill to the main ref.
Take your medicine if we lose. And you know what? No, I will show up next week, win or lose. I'll show up here to take my medicine either way.
Dude, I take I do post games when we lose, guys. I take medicine all the time.
Oh, I know. I've seen them. I've seen them. I was there a couple of times.
Oh, win or lose, yeah. But I'll still bring it. I still got to bring up the scandals in New England. You dirty cheaters.
Hold on, I got to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
We're about to leave right now. We're about to go right now.
Let's leave it now.
All right.
Too much drinking.
All right. Before we go, where can we find Michael? Can you tell where we can find you at?
Yeah. You can find me on Twitter at Apex006, or on Friday nights on #sports. I run Tailgate Talk along with Tommy. And then you'll also find me on Tommy's channel over on Mafia Sports Report. I a lot of times I hop on with him. I did Uncensored last Thursday. Then I randomly do the post games with him. Really depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm happy or if I'm sad. If I can keep my cool, I'll go on with him. But if I can't, I won't.
Scotty's feeling fine. All right,
Tommy. Where can we find you, sir?
Mafia Sports Report on YouTube, and then also on Twitter, Tommy Talks Bills. But as far as Mafia Sports Report, I go post game right after the game has ended. So usually, if we're 30 minutes after, and then Thursday night I'm on, and then Saturdays we'll be right back here again at 7:30 next week for the AFC East Shakedown. And guys, I hope you guys like this, by the way, because this is moving forward, starting actually next season. This is going to be the new thing. So we're going to be on my channel 1 week. We're going to be on Trevor and Juan from Sports Dynasty. And then if D gets his channel going, we'll be on D's channel. All right. So we'll have a Dolphins AFC East Shakedown, a Bills AFC East Shakedown, and a Patriots. And if we get a Jets, we get a one. If we don't, we don't. But that's the goal. That's what we're going to do. But yeah, that's all I got to say on that.
Captain D, where can we find you, buddy?
He got a pee, so let's go.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Captain D _ Fins Talk. Thank you so much, Sports Dynasty Football, Tommy, Mafia Sports Report, Mike at Apex. I appreciate everything. Thank you. Let's go Dolphins Monday night. We're prime time. Let's go. Come on. We got one primetime game. Let's go Dolphins. Come on.
All right, you better go run now.
They're gonna have Pitbull perform at halftime.
Right.
All right.
Make them laugh too hard.
For those who are new here, we are the Sports Dynasty Podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts. We are Apple affiliates, so you can go on your Apple devices. You can find us on your Apple Podcast there. We're also available on any podcast platforms that you guys use. If you notice a Q&R code on the right-hand side of the screen, just right under Tommy. You can also scan your mobile devices.
Yeah,
mobile
right
devices.
There, perfect.
And yes, perfect. You can scan your mobile devices, and then you can also have access to our content there as well. We also cover basketball with our two other cohorts, Raul and Alex. They do a really good job over there with basketball. That being said, we appreciate you all. Thank you the chat for joining us. And you know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed this cross-brand promotion. It's kind of like WCW.
Captain, you want to run?
Yeah, I gotta run.
Go ahead, brother. Go.
All right.
Make him pee himself. Make him pee himself.
I'll never do that.
I'm really enjoying this cross-promotion, guys. But we appreciate you guys.
These microphones on. If we're gonna hear, it's gonna be like the Naked Gun. Remember the Naked Gun? He's going pee and the zipper go down.
Anyway, Merry Christmas to you all. Have a happy holidays, and we will see you again very soon. Peace,
go
love,
Bills.
And applesauce.
Go Bills.
Peace out, guys.
All right.
Thank you, fellas. That was fun.
Oh, that was really good.
Man, long too. 2 hours almost. What I was going to tell you, Trevor, is